See, with this British brother who's of Palestinian or Bilad Shami ancestry, there are some fantastic Palestinians, man. Some really fantastic Palestinians. Like he was saying, the Palestinians are really defending, like one Arab brother who was giving a hard critique against the Arab world. He was saying our Palestinian brothers and sisters are really defending themselves. They're not the ones in the, particularly the West Bank. He's talking about Gaza, especially the people of Gaza. They're defending themselves. In the West Bank, they're not really making any victories. But he said, I consider it a mu'ajiza, a miracle. Just somebody who's able just to hold their own and barely defend themselves. So this brother in London was talking about how the people in the Khalij, certain places in the Khalij are like Shiatin and Inf, with America in the Western world, meaning of Euro Anglo ethnicity, is not the one instigating a lot of trouble against Muslims. It is a lot of the stuff is being instigated from the people in the Gulf states who are using their their economic and investment weight around the world, their sovereign wealth fund weight around the world to influence the interest, to play on the interest and the sensitivities that America and Europe and other Western nations have, and maybe to some degree China, to get things done against other Muslims. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Against other Muslims and other Arabs. This is what he was trying to say. He said it's those people that are messing around. Those people are the ones that are doing all of that. Throwing their geopolitical weight. Stuff that's with moves against individuals as well as other Arab communities and nation states. And he's talking about Gulf Arabs, certain types of Gulf Arabs, that are stuff that's even un-Islamic, behavior and positions that are even un-Islamic, that are against that are really not pro or not in support of the greater Muslim body, but really not in support also of pan-Arabianism. You see what I'm saying? And they're using the pretext of going after extremism and terror, which really what they're doing is they're trying to stifle dissent against their own corruption, or their own, if not corruption, their own negligence, laziness and negligence. Allah forgive us, man. But they said Allah is dying. So, this is a bag which has been very loyal, beneficial to me, this bag, because it's very discreet. You put anything in and you won't know the nature of what I'm carrying. In this bag too, I put something in it. You see, food. And what's sad, why this is a day of mourning, mourning, is because I have a lot of food in a box that's been offered to me. The problem is I have no place. I don't have a room or a small studio apartment of my own to put the stuff in the box that's been offered and given to me by a Christian organization. I'm talking about food, meat, mostly meat, and even home fries. These huge, thick potatoes. He had like whole bag of it, like bags of it, like this. Each bag is almost the size of this pillow, like half the size of this pillow. Each bag. See my hand? Each bag is like half of the size of the pillow, full of these huge, thick potatoes that I love. Potatoes, just potatoes. They're like French fries, but they're huge, thick ones. Whole bags of it. He said, take more. Take a whole box of it if you want. I can't. I don't have a place to live. You see, I'm a target of the social engineering, the human manipulation program, which is to keep certain segments out and disenfranchised, to keep them out from being able to have their own housing. They don't ever want these segments, these demographics, to be able to have their own housing. They don't want that. Certain interests do not want that. Which someone who ran a 3D printing, a building 3D printing concern out of the good Russian Federation, I communicate with him directly, the creator and the owner. I communicate. I got his mobile number. You don't even know how I got his mobile number. You know, he's good. He said, "Who the hell is this?" I got his number direct. And and I told him. I said, I know you've done it well. I salute you, man. But I know he's beholden to money out of San Francisco, out of Silicon Valley. I said, I know they're probably putting pressure on you not to release it. Not to release it, not to roll this stuff out for the benefit of humanity. I know those guys, man. Especially the Sand Hill Road. Sand Hill Road. Sand, S-A-N-D, Hill Road, P-R. God, those guys are some selfish bastards, man. In a lot of ways, they are some selfish bastards, man. They really are. See, this is scarves and cold weather stuff, which you might need at any given time. The weather here can shift. This is stuff. I think it belonged to a Norwegian family or whatever like that. They had gave it to the mosque. Yeah, this stuff. Yeah, yeah. The weather it may change at any given time. And look how the ringer, what they call ring around the collar. We hate this in New York. Ring around the collar, filthy, man. But what? See this whole bag? I'm 6 feet tall. This is more than half of my height. The bag. Where's my washing machine? Can I just throw all of this in? They got huge washing machines. Certain types of industrial and other ones. I don't have access to any of those. I don't know. I have no access. See, I'm trying to make this look halfway neat so that when he comes, he's not disgusted. That he doesn't vomit when he comes to here. You see the way this room is, man. Smelling. That's why I got the window open, smelling and stinking and all of that. What they call funky. When people joke, play that funky music, nah.